Hi, good early morning. I am doing a re-recording of session 1 for Pic Collage PD because we had some bad weather in Kansas last night, so I am going to do the video again. So, like I said, we had a little bit of bad weather in Kansas last night, so I'm going to do this again. This is what we're going to be learning today. We're going to be learning the basics of Pic Collage, the difference between a square collage and a letter size collage. We're also going to be learning how to add text, color, size, and backgrounds. We're going to talk about the difference between a plain or patterned background and where to start with that, and photos, where to get them from your camera roll, saving them on the internet, Internet Basics, Pixabay, Epic Books, and Kittle.co. Hi, my name is Cami Butterfield. I am a one-to-one iPad classroom in Baxter Springs, Kansas. I am a 22-year veteran as a teacher, but I do K-12 presentations on using iPads in your classroom. Last night we had a little bit of bad weather. I had a horrible connection. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start this fresh today and allow people a chance to see everything. It was cutting in and out. So we're going to dig right in, and I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing as your homework at the end of this. So let's get started. Okay, today what we're going to do, by the end of this, you will be able to make a square size Pic Collage about yourself. This is something that you can use in your classroom. We do it as a scoot where each child puts their name and then their classmates put different things about them. We are going to make this. We're going to learn how to change the text. We're going to learn how to add these cute little emojis. We're going to put a background on it. We're going to put a background on our text, but we're going to get started now. Okay, to get started, you're not going to have any collages if you're brand new to Pic Collage. So you'll just hit the plus button. It will bring you to the all photos. You just skip that for now. And it brings you to a blank Pic Collage screen. So what we're going to learn first is right down here on the left-hand side at the bottom is to change the size to either a square, which is what we're wanting to do today, or to have a letter size. Letter size is like the size of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and your square size looks a little bit different. It actually looks like what people would use on Instagram. So what we're going to be making today is a square size one, because at the end of this, you guys are going to put this on your Instagram account as part of your training in Pic Collage. So like I said, you can hit these two buttons right here. You can make it letter length size, or you can make it square size. We'll talk more about grids next week when we talk about more basics, but we're just going to have a square size for right now, and then we're ready to go. You have a blank canvas here. The first thing we're going to talk about are the tools. These are hi Patty, these are your tools that you're going to be using. Today we're going to mainly focus on the text tool and the photos tool and the background tool. So we'll be talking about 3 different types of text. So the first thing that we're going to add, and another thing that I tell people, there's no way that you can actually screw up a Pic Collage. Pic Collage is like being able to be the artist of your own canvas, if that makes any sense. You can't screw anything up. If you throw something away, you can hit that button right there and it will put it back on there. So you can't screw up. Your kids are not afraid to screw up, so don't be afraid to screw up. So the first thing I'm going to do, Cami, is ... Okay? Now, this text is called a chalk duster text. I may not want that. I may want to have like green text, or I may want to change all the different text. This is like being able to change your font on something that you have created. So maybe I want to go with Hudson. Maybe I want to go with a cursive. Maybe I want to go with like a straight block, like a football player. Lemon milk. Any of those would be fine. But like I said, you have all these different choices for colors, okay? And you have all these different things to pick for your text. What you're going to do today is you're going to learn how to change colors of text and learn to change the fonts of your text. And also, this little magic button here that is it's the raindrop with the background on it, means that you can change the color of the background of your font. So I'm going to touch that, and then I can put a background behind my words. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to move this. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can make it go this way, but I'm going to put that up in the corner. Okay, that is your first part of that. Then you're going to come up with adjectives. Okay, we're just going to hit that text bar again. I'm going to hit a green, and I'm going to hit, if I don't want any background on that, I have to hit this one right here. It means I don't want background on that text. So let's put sweet. And I've put that in green, but I need to change the text to that because it needs to be something different. I'm going to go with Comic Zone. Okay, and then I can put that anywhere that I want. If I don't want that, I swipe up and it goes into the trash can. If I want to get it back, there it is. So like I said, you cannot screw this up at all. Okay, let's do another. I'm tall, I wish. I'm going to change that to a red, and I'm going to change it to blackout. Okay, so there's another one. And then I'm going to put savvy. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make that purple. I'm going to change it to that one. And you're going to want about 10 different words to go around that. And as your kids are doing this, as many kids as you have in your classroom, it would be great to have. It's great for motivating them and giving them a little bit of self-esteem because kids like to add nice things to other kids. One of the ways that I've had to differentiate this, some kids are not great spellers, so maybe they just want to put an emoji. Now let me show you. Your text, your emojis are part of that. Down here at the bottom is your little emoji button, and maybe I'm loved, okay? And so then I can put that emoji there. Just like I said, your text are part of your emojis. I'm always happy, okay? And then I'm going to put another one. I'm always laughing. Okay, so now I have put 3 different emojis. Your emojis are part of your text. You don't have to buy those as stickers or anything. They are part of your text package as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is right now we've got several things around my name. We're going to put a picture in there. Now, you can take a picture directly from the app. So I'm going to do that, and you have to flip it around so it's, there I am. Hey! So let's take a picture of me. Crazy. There's crazy girl. All right, going to use that photo. We're going to put that in the middle. And there's a picture of me. You may have a selfie or something that you may want to go ahead and use, but that's just one of the easier ways to do that. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is we're going to change the background. Yes, you can change the background even if you have stuff already on there. You're going to go back to your plus sign where it says background. Now, what you may find with the backgrounds, it may make your pic collages too busy. The kids love getting to add backgrounds, so that shows their personality and their style a little bit. I try to use backgrounds that are a little bit more plain, like there's this gray one that I like, and this is it doesn't really take away from it, but like if you put something like that on there, it's really going to pop. So that is one of my first ones that I love to do. Jamie and Amy, I'm glad that you're in here. Next week, I'm going to show you how to do an acrostic poem with your name that you may want to try on the first week of school. So don't let me forget to show you that. I'm going to go back to my background here. Like I said, you may want to pick something that is just plain. See, sometimes the backgrounds take away from it. So, you want something that is very simplistic and that will not take a whole lot away from your pictures. So, all right, now let's talk about photos. Where do we get them? If your kids, sorry, I didn't mean to say if your kids take a lot of pictures, and guess what? They do. They take a ton of pictures. They know how to use a device like that. So one of the things that you have them when they're hunting for pictures, anything that you take a picture of is in your camera roll. Anything that's in your camera roll can go onto your pic collage, which is just about amazing. If they're reading a book, they can take a picture of something that's in their book that they want to remember. Later on in this PD series, we're going to be talking about doing book reports and doing things where they have to find a picture for maybe a vocabulary word. So it's very important that they know how to use a camera, and guess what? They do. It's not a secret. Kids have devices at home. Parents have devices. They all have a device that they can use, and they know how to take pictures. That's the first thing that I make sure that they know how to do. They know how to take pictures, and they know how to get anything that you have on a camera roll in pic collage can be put on there. So let's swipe this again. I'm going to show you another way to get pictures. Now, my school does not allow this because of our sonic wall, but you can hit the select images. It depends on how strong your sonic wall is. But if I wanted to do, let's see if I can find a picture of an iPad. It will show me all these different pictures of an iPad. All I have to do is touch that and touch the check mark, and guess what? I have a picture of an iPad that I can put on there. You can use this search tool if your school sonic wall will allow you to do that, but that is one of the things that you can use on there also. But like if I wanted a picture of summer, it already has it in there, and I can put it in there, and there's another picture that I can put on there. There are different ways, and I'm going to tell you about those right now. Of course, you get your photos. You can take your own photos. You can get them out of your camera roll. But I'm going to teach you how to save a picture on the internet. Okay, so let's go to the internet. And of course, I'm going to Teachers Pay Teachers. Let's see if I've got something cool. Cat and a dog. If you touch this picture right here, say you want a picture of that book, you hit Save Image, and guess where that saves it to? It saves it to your camera roll. Okay, so when I go to my photos, there is the picture that I just saved. You just hold down until it says Save Image, and there is your image. So say that's my favorite book, I could put that on there too. So that's how you save pictures. But you can also use sites like Pixabay that has free pictures that you can use. If any of you use Epic Books for Kids, it is a wonderful way for you to introduce nonfiction to them. There's a ton of nonfiction books. They're adding more and more fictional books each day. And then Kiddle.co is a safe place for your kids to do like an internet search for basic animals or anything that they're interested in. So that is what we are that's what we did last night. So I want to show you what you are going to do. You are going to, this would be perfect for analyzing characters in books. That's what I didn't get a chance to show anybody last night. This is the one we did for Ramona Quimby. Okay, so my students, I typed in Ramona is, and I put a picture of Ramona right in the middle. And they went around and they added all these different words about Ramona. Okay, so you can use this more than once than just your first day of school or your last day of school or other times. You can analyze characters, which is a great way to get kids to start using different types of adjectives. Okay, you know, a lot of times they want to just use the word great, or they want to use the word good, or they want to use the word happy. Let's get them using more and more words. What you're going to do today as part of your homework, and this next week before we have the basics part 2 for our Pic Collage PD, how do you save a picture from Epic? Screenshot. That's what we do, Patty. We just take a screenshot and then we crop it. That's going to be part of your training next week. We're going to talk about cropping those pictures and making them look just like Ramona looks right there, because you can tell she's cropped. So I'll show you the more advanced stuff next week. Your homework is to create one of these about yourself, and you're going to do it in square mode, and you're going to put the tag in Instagram, hashtag PicCollagePD, and add Teaching with Aptitude that I taught you how to do this. One of the cool things that you can do, I did a search for hashtag PicCollagePD, and everybody that joined me last night has created one of these, and you can see their ideas too. What this is going to be an ongoing learning that you can go back to, and you can learn more about Pic Collage each and every time I do a session. Okay? Now, some of you ask me about getting professional development points. I have this on my blog, and I also have it in my Teaching with Aptitude Facebook. You can download this picture, and you can fill this in for yourself and turn it in for professional development points. You can take all of your notes from this session, then tell me, how is this useful? How can it be used in your classroom? And then, how can I implement this tomorrow in your classroom? Say your class is still in session. Is there a way that you could still implement this into your classroom right away? People are asking about professional development. Each session is going to be around 20 to 30 minutes. It's going to be 8 different sessions, and so you can count those up hour-wise. But the key to this is you implementing this yourself. That's the key. That's why I'm doing the homework. Because if you do the homework, you're implementing and you're applying what you learned and that you're going to implement in your class. That should be triple points is the way I understand it in Kansas. So this is what you're going to be working on. All right, you guys we're going to start this from scratch because I want to show you brand new. Okay, you skip this part because we don't need any photos yet. You're going to go down here. You're going to make this a square. We're going to do a square template for this one. Okay, you're going to use the tools today: photos, text, and backgrounds. We're going to add some of these other things later. Are there any other questions that I have from anybody that's watching right now that I need to go back over with you? Would you like to see me do another internet search and hold down a picture from the internet? Anybody have any questions? I know I have a smaller audience than I did last night. I should have done this in the middle of the night. So we're going to do a square. We're going to do a square pit collage. We're going to type in, you're going to type in your name. Cami is ... Don't use Cami is. That's me. I want you to try practicing putting a background on your text. You're going to put other words around it. Sometimes you want to take the text background off. We're going to say smart. One of the things that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to practice changing the colors of that. And you should have something similar to this by the end of your little session. I truly believe that for you to learn how to really grasp this pit collage concept is you need to play around with it. And that's the reason why I'm doing this in the summer. You have a chance to sit down at your, on your couch, play with your iPad, learn how to do this. The kids are going to pick this up rather quickly, and they're going to be wanting to do more and more pit collages in your classroom. So sometimes if you feel better about it yourself, that's great that you know how to do it, but sometimes we have to release that control a little bit. You just give them the directions, let them go with it, because they're going to create amazing, amazing things. I had a hard time with that being, I've been teaching for 20 some years, and I had a really hard time letting go of not knowing everything. But guess what? My kids have taught me so much about the app Pit Collage. They have taught me little hacks that you guys are going to learn this summer that I learned from my third graders. You have to release that control a little bit because they know how to do things. They knew how to put a horizontal graphic organizer in there, and we just had to type sideways. It's just amazing the things that the kids know how to do, and you just kind of have to release that control a little bit. Give them the directions on what you want them to do, but let them play around with the text just like you guys are going to do, and you'll feel a lot better about it. Release that control, sit there and play with it, play with the different texts and stuff, and you become familiar with it. You don't have to be a Pit Collage expert to allow your kids to use it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, flipping it back around. Like I said, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be creating a square pit collage about yourself, and you're going to put 10 adjectives around it. Also include a couple of emojis. Remember, your emojis are in your text. Don't forget about that. Hit that, and your text button down here is your emoji button, and it shows you all the different emojis. So I could put a teacher emoji. They have all kinds of different emojis. I saw one of the pit collages that someone made last night. She had an emoji in every single one of them, which is awesome. When you finish that, your homework is to put this in Instagram with the hashtag #PitCollagePD, and say that you learned it from me at Teaching with Aptitude. I love seeing all of the different ones. So it's really cool. This is what we're going to learn next week. We're going to learn how to crop pictures, how to take collected photos and save them. You can save up to 50 photos in your Pit Collage folder right there. We're going to learn about the alignment and text and font outline. Those are a little bit more advanced, but we're also going to learn about photo grid stickers and editing collages. Because one of the cool things about Pit Collage, when you're finished, you can edit any collage that you have in your collection. You can go back and fix it. It used to be with Pic Collage, you did not have the opportunity. Once you saved it, it was done. You didn't have a chance to save it. But now that they have that My Collages button down here at the bottom, you can edit any of your collages that you have. So it's pretty awesome. So next week, next Wednesday night, I think it's June 5th, we are going to be doing Basics Part 2, cropping pictures. Cropping pictures is a very important technique for you to learn. I did not teach myself how to crop pictures. My students started cropping the pictures themselves. They figured it out how to do it. A lot of this stuff seems like it's really, really hard. It's not. These are really easy things for us to learn. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. Don't forget to download this. I'll have a new one each week so you can save these and turn these in for professional development points. This is what you're making. There is your homework. I hope to see your homework up there in the next week or so. And that was Basics Part 1 of the most versatile app that I use in my classroom. It is called Pic Collage. I've used it the longest, and I use it each and every day. Thank you guys for bearing with me with the storm last night. I'm so sorry that it was cutting in and out. That just happens. It's Kansas. That's the kind of weather that we have. I hope that you have learned something and that you will take that and pass it on to others that may be in your school that are possibly wanting to use more iPads in their classroom. This is definitely the app that you want to learn first because we use this app each and every day. There's other apps that I use like Seesaw and Class Kick, but those are usually tools for myself. Those are tools that I can see what the kids have done. I can see the kind of work that they have done. But this is the app that shows the work that they have done. And it really highlights their authenticity and it really shows what they know. And we are going to learn so much this summer that you are going to become an iPad guru. So I thank you guys again. Sorry, my closet's in the background. I was trying to get out of the light of that. But anyway, I hope that you guys will stick with me for this eight-week series that I'm doing about Pic Collage because we are gonna learn the ins and outs of how to use this app and you will not be disappointed. So make sure that you do your homework. I'm gonna show it one more time. Flip it around. Doing your homework shows me that you were paying attention during the video. So, hashtag PicCollagePD and tag me at Teaching with Aptitude on your Instagram. And if you will search hashtag PicCollagePD, you will get to see other people in the United States and the world, because I do have some people from Australia and England that are watching. You will get to see what their Pic Collages look like, and it will give you more and more ideas. I will see you next Wednesday for Pic Collage PD Basics Part 2. Talk to y'all later. Thanks.